Hello everybody, this is the monthly Forex top-down analysis for the month of April. So let's have a look here coming from the higher time frames, monthly, weekly, daily, and to see what does this month tell us? Where should things go over the next couple of months? Let's start here with the euro dollar. So the euro dollar here is in a long range, and we have just broken out, right? We have broken below the par level. We could not generate a stop run move to the downside. This is just testing the level, and now we've got a technical pullback back into the range, back into the moving averages, and it looks like after this one directional move higher, well, we are seeing a second leg higher, right? Second leg of similar length, so that should bring us basically into the upper third or fourth of this sideways price action. So well, let's take this out, this option we had, right? So because we have bullishness, we can quickly talk about that a little later. So it more looks like, well, now we are actually putting in a second leg higher. Well, this is tradable in a lower time frame. That's a range play. And then we could even break out of this range to the upside, or I think it's rather likely that we're actually producing a stop run move to the downside, like breaking to a new low. So we're more or less looking like another couple of months a second leg higher. Here we had an S1 pattern long, it went well, right, reached its target, and then it comes back and it tests the flat line level several times. Now these levels have importance, psychologically important, that we can see it here. Price found support several times, it's triple bottom. Now it's moving higher. Well, that's a bullish signal, right? A bullish signal to break this last high stop run level. What we have here, 3 touches. So that's a potential S2. It fulfills the rules, right? Well, we need another drop off, 3 touches, and then then a tight stop to enter. Next one, Euro Swiss. The Euro Swiss. Well, interesting here, we've got an S1 pattern. Well, it's not yet ready. It just formed here on the other side of the par level. It's not yet ready. Well, we're missing higher time frame alignment, and that comes from the monthly chart. Well, for this S1 short to work, well, we need a touch of the 21, and that's basically something I'm waiting for. I'm expecting. Very often that happens, right? It comes back, tests it, and then in a second step, if it re-breaks the red line, well, then we've got the opportunity to have a nice run lower here in this overall very strong downtrend. So it doesn't look like to be complete. The par level is a very important level marked by these very pronounced wicks. And we haven't seen a stop run move, so that's a window of opportunity, right? That we see a move like that going to the 08 level. Basically, that's a long way to go, but the markets are not yet ready, not yet aligned to do so. Let's have a look at EuroCAD. EuroCAD is basically here in a turnaround, a reversal formation. We've got a triple top, right? Then we have run lower. Well, these reverses, they don't run a long way typically, right? Well, it has taken out these 2 levels, and now we've got a big and deep pullback. Well, that's what happens often. We're basically pulling back here to the 21 200 moving average. And now we might actually see that it turns around to the downside again. Now let's have a look at Euro Odd. So that's a bullish chart. What is that? Well, that's an S1 pattern here on a monthly chart that has just triggered last month, right? These are stop run levels, and that's a huge stop run level. Well, that's a Corona pandemic spike, March 2020, and that acts as a magnet. And this is why we might actually, price might actually be drawn to that level. And in addition to that, well, it's a very big number, right? It's a 2 with a quadruple zeros. That's a magnet, and we might actually be drawn here. Well, that's another window of opportunity, well, to be traded on lower time frames. Having in mind, well, this is a swing trade. Looking at the monthly chart, if we're taking a 15-minute, 60, or even to 40-minute pattern long. Now let's have a look at a US Swiss. As you might remember, the US Swiss here is in an S1 pattern short. it has not produced a lot of follow through, but it looks still, I mean, it looks more and more bearish. We've got lower highs. Now we've got a test of the 200 and the par level. It looks like, well, this is the last kiss, right? Last kiss for the bulls, and it very much looks like, well, it wants to run, right, and take out these levels, stop run levels. That's another huge window of opportunity, and I'm really looking for here to develop some more momentum, and breaking this low here. Let's just draw it. Breaking this low, the last low, well, that should actually produce momentum, and then potential breaking the big number. Well, then we should actually see a pickup in momentum. These are stop run levels, nicely aligned, right? The bears have been shy yet, but if these triple wicks at the same level break, well, we should see them get more confident, and then we should actually see here on the weekly how this produces a nice move lower, similar to what we've seen here. So there's a lot of potential here as well. Now let's have a look at US Swiss. US Swiss will had a tremendous bull run as well. Not a big surprise. Well, coming out of an S1 pattern monthly. Is it over? I don't think so. The target is up here after such, yeah, the price has well overextended. Well, a pullback was due. Where does it pull back to? Well, the 21 moving average, that's what we see. We see a couple of bars of consolidation. While zooming in, we see on a weekly, hey, that's a potential S1, right? That was the target area from coming up here down there. Why target? Well, that was the level of the area of the 21 on the monthly. So target achieved basically, right? Now we're building an S1 pattern here. We're already at the 21. Well, what we need is a decent breakout bar, right? Something like that, and then obviously a rebreak, and then we could see a second leg. Then we could see a second leg higher here of a similar extent, going to the target 160 and even beyond, rather 170, 180. So the weakness of the yen is not over yet, I think. Well, we have to wait for this to confirm, and then we might see tremendous opportunities here for trading the US yen, like trading yen weakness, and capitalizing on the swing potential here in the monthly chart. Now let's have a look at AUD yen, so another yen pair. So here as well we see the Australian dollar is weak, but the yen is much weaker. And we can nicely see here, hey, that's another S1 pattern, right? And should it re-break, well, that might open up the opportunity then to run for these four stop run levels that are nicely aligned, like one close to each other. And that might give us an opportunity similar to what we've seen here, a series of green bars or one or two green bars breaking these levels. So I'm quite excited about this chart. We could see something like that happening. Let's move to another yen pair, New Zealand yen. So New Zealand yen on the monthly, we have an S1 that has triggered here. Then we had another S1, this one, well, this time on a weekly. So it's a pattern, weekly pattern within a monthly pattern. And then, well, I thought we would get an S2 here on the weekly, but we have fallen off, so that basically became invalidated. Now it more looks like, well, it could actually develop an S1 pattern here long. So an S1 followed by an S1. Well, again here we would want to see a break lower, a decent breakout bar we haven't seen yet, something like this, breaking lower. I like these mental reminders, and then breaking higher off for new highs on the weekly and breaking the consolidation high. That should give a good push higher, and we see a lot of bullish momentum here, pattern after pattern after pattern within an overall pattern. Well, that's nice bullish confirmation. Let's go have a look at CAD Swiss. So let's go back to a Swiss pair. Well, the Swissy is very strong, right, as well against the CAD. Here we've got an S1 pattern we have short, we haven't developed a lot of momentum, we have broken the consolidation low, then it comes back, tests the flat, which is not uncommon, it's kind of a confirmation on the overall way down. Now we've got a double bottom, and if that double bottom fail, like if price runs over that level, it's a very precise level, well then we should actually see a pick up in momentum here as well. So nice swing potential trading lower time frames. Let's have a look at pound odd. So the odd is weak even against the pound. That's a bullish pattern, bullish S1. It has already triggered. Well, it's kind of stuck here, right? In this sideways, it's still working its way through. Currently, it's it's stuck at the 200. Like price, 200 acts like a magnet, right? And the price is playing with the 200 till it has the power to break away. When it breaks away, well, we have stop run level, another one, and another one. So that as well has very good bullish momentum for a good number of years to come. Let's have a look at pound New Zealand. So pound New Zealand, well, it's one of my favorites, right? S1 pattern within an S1 pattern, and now it's currently forming an S2 pattern. So it's pattern within a pattern, etc. Well, that's a lot of pressure, right? There's a lot of energy stored here. Should we break lower? Well, this will be a fantastic chart to trade for many years, for a couple of years. Well, not necessarily in this time frame, but if this is strongly trending the monthly, well, it's really nicely tradable, basically on all lower time frames, 240, 60, 15, 5. What we see here is, well, we're stuck in the range, right? We have not yet broken this important level. But what we see is we see a move in the opposite direction, and we can see that quite often. It's kind of that could be the last kiss of the bulls, right? They get here. It's a magnet. They have to satisfy the need, right, to come to this level, price level, big number level, the two quadruple zeros, and then we could actually see once it has sufficiently made that up move, well, that it turns around, and then it has the power to break to new lows. That will be interesting to see what happens then. Takes some more time. Let's have a look now at the Singapore dollar. Well, that looks fantastic on the downside. We've got a quadruple top, and we have come down nicely, tested the 1-3 big number. We've been there before. Right, we've been there, we've been here. That was a bit short, so we have broken that low. Let's just mark that level because it's important. We have broken that last low lower. We found resistance on the 130, 13,000, and now well, eyes go to this level. Should this level break lower, well then we should as well see here, right, at least a one leg move going down to these levels. These are stop run levels. Well, to at least go down to this level, or even break below here from back in 2011. So nice opportunities out there, and I'm excited seeing how that develops over this year and the coming years.